Divergent discussion while I make my pre-workout. This is about a very common question that I get about the gym and about my life. So sometimes I will share a little bits of my going to the gym, or little bits of what I do, but I don't share much. And the reason for that is obviously I'm very time limited when I have not very much time to go to the gym, but also when I'm at the gym, I like to just concentrate on that. And that is what makes it good for me and addictive to me, is because I can just switch off everything else and go to the gym. Also, whenever I post about it, I get the question all the time. It's like, how do you do it? How do you not sleep so much and then go to the gym? It almost seems like impossible for me. It almost seems kind of fake for me to be like, oh yeah, I don't sleep, I don't do all these things. I feel like people are assessing me as fake, or I don't know, because I don't sleep much. I talk about it a lot on here. I don't sleep much, my son doesn't sleep much, therefore I am up with him a lot. Just last night, he, I think, had a 4-hour sleep and then he was up for the day. So I don't sleep much, and people are like, well, how do you go to the gym? How do you have the energy to do that? And how do you look so energetic when you do that? So Jordan just got here and he's gonna come join this divergent discussion, unplanned, but I'm gonna make his pre-workout. Yeah, now I'm making Jordan's pre-workout.
Delicioso.
So today's divergent discussion is every time I post on Instagram about the gym and stuff like that, which isn't often because, I don't know, I like to switch off at the gym. I get the question how do you do that? How do you go to the gym after not sleeping very much?
It definitely makes it harder. There's no doubt. That's
Yes.
just if I'm at the gym and I'm well rested versus actually here's my average. If I'm well rested,
yeah,
I just feel and do so much better and it feels more effortless.
Obviously.
If I'm underslept and I'm tired and I'm like, should I even be here? I'm that tired. I'm so drained and you're not doing your best. You can't really lift the same amount. You just feel a bit flatter.
Yeah.
So you can still do it. And I think the biggest part is the consistency of doing it, even when it's hard. One of the biggest things that I mentally thought of for that is instead of looking for motivation, call it discipline.
And you won't always find motivation to go to the gym.
So motivation comes and goes. You'll go through spurts, but it doesn't stay there. What you need is consistency. And what's consistency? It's discipline.
Yeah. And
you get them gains.
I was gonna say that the gym for me is kind of a special interest of both of ours, but also it's a regulating thing for me. So now that I've pushed past, I've been going to the gym for 3 or 4 years. So I've pushed past that point of things hurt and, it's painful and whatever. I pushed past that point. And so now it's kind of addictive to me. And it's almost my regulation activity to get me through the day. And I feel, honestly, the endorphins that you get after a workout is so worth it, and it's almost addictive. Yeah, and I think that a lot of people see me post on Instagram about sleep and not getting much sleep and not having much help and support and things like that, and they always get that really confused with the amount of times I go to the gym and stuff. But literally, we carve out time to go to the gym. It's not, we don't just find the time to go to the gym. We carve it out. That is the time that we go to the gym, and we make sure that that's a priority, because
it's for you. It's for your health. It's for everything. It's for you. What should be more important than something that's for you? Sorry for interrupting. I just know that if I don't say it in the moment, that I'm gonna forget. I want to say something in the moment. My bad.
We do it to each other.
I can't help it. It just happens. We do it to each other. It's fun. I don't mean to do it. It's just real. I just can't help it. I try not to. I'm sorry.
I do it too. And now I lost my train of thought.
My bad.
This is why. Anyway, yeah, we carve out the time. Essentially, I use my lunch break. I don't actually eat very much during the day, but I use my lunch break as going to the gym and coming home. And that's technically what I do. But the way that I get energy to go to the gym is pre-workout. And I guess it's kind of like not the greatest thing for you, but it's what works for us and our situation. We also,
caffeine helps. Caffeine does help get you going.
Yeah, well,
It's a bit of a crutch. Like, you don't need to have it, but it helps.
I think I need it.
Yeah, when I'm weighing
If I slept 8 hours every night, I don't think I'd need it.
That's true.
I need it now.
Yeah, if I had no alarms set in the ideal world, I probably wouldn't drink it.
And also,
I'd just go off natural feeling like sleep. But
so many like programs or whatever, like exercise people on Instagram and stuff say like there's so many key areas that you need to tick all these boxes to be able to like get further in your fitness and whatever. And one of those things is always you need to prioritize your sleep and get,
it's always the number one rule, like the first one.
And
it's always
we have no control over that. We can't choose that. And I think it's frustrating because obviously in an ideal world we would get that sleep and we would want to be like that optimal, but we're trying the best that we can with what we have. And
it would be ideal if we had more people close by that we could ask for the occasional sleep to catch ourselves up, because we can like use each other, but like it's not enough.
It's exhausting.
It's just like slowly pecking away at your...
Yeah. And I think over time as well, like because it's been 8 years of sleep deprivation, I think not that I've gotten used to it, but it's just like our norm. Like I know that if I dwell on being tired,
it's not going to help.
I am going to still be in the same situation as if I'm just like a bit more positive and a bit more like psyching myself up a little bit. So I think that when people say, oh, you look so awake and blah, blah, and I'm like, I am not. I'm just trying to do that so that we can move through. Because if I don't go to the gym, if I don't do the dishes, if I don't do all these things during the day because I'm too tired, they're going to still be there at the end of the day, or one of us will have to do them. And
obviously there's a cap. Like sometimes it's going to take the toll that like you are going to have those days where you can't, but you just try to do your best. That's it.
And there's some days where I go to the gym and only do a little bit. And
yeah, you obviously can't put out as much, but to not go in at all would be the... to do some. Give what you can. That's essentially the bottom line. If you only have so much to give, but once you're actually in there, once you're got it behind you, you're surprised how much you can...
obviously
do even if it's your 3/4 what you can normally do, it's still good to just get the blood flowing, get the body, get the brain. It's all connected. If you don't use your muscles, they're eating away essentially.
And I do want to reiterate that I guess we are kind of privileged that we can go to the gym, and like there's a lot of people that certain situations, like autism families with a single parent, I understand.
You do what you can. If you need to adapt, like essentially, even if you can just do some push-ups.
Well, no, that's not what I was going to say.
Go for a walk or a run. I thought you were talking about budgeting wise.
No.
I was going to say
no.
you can.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I thought the train of thought was. You were saying I understand some people can't get there.
I was trying to say there's certain situations. There's a lot of people on here who follow me and they're like, I don't know how I would do that or how I would have the energy to do that. And I just like I don't want people to watch me do these things and be like, oh, well, she doesn't sleep and she's still going, and like feel bad about themselves not being able to do those things. Because that's why I don't really post much about it as well, is because I feel bad in a way that I was in a spot where I didn't have the motivation to go to the gym. I didn't have any early days. It was really hard, like going through. Jordan was working away in Sydney and I was here by myself, but in those moments I would just go for walks with the kids and just like get any activity that I can. But I just don't want people to feel bad and compare themselves to me. I don't know.
Well, what's that saying? Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that took me a minute to realize about some things that, and it is definitely true. If you compare yourself to everyone, you're not going to be happy. You're just going to keep seeing the things that they have that you don't have, or that they can do that you can't do. Just be happy. Compare yourself to yourself.
But you also
don't compare yourself to anyone else.
Everyone has different levels of support, of resources, of money, of different things.
There's
You're
so
not
many
all
factors.
the same, and you can't compete with someone who has a live-in nanny or whatever, things like that. So I think try not to compare yourself to me, even not to anyone. That I'm
to anybody. It's just there's no benefit to that.
So anyway, that's why I wanted to sort of clear that up. I get the questions every single time I post about the gym, and it's almost stopped me from posting about the gym because I feel bad in that situation. You should drink a pre-workout because mine's kicking in and we've got to go.
I feel like if you do compare downwards ever though, it makes you feel the opposite. It makes you feel grateful. If you if there's other people, well, I'm saying it makes you feel grateful for what you have. If someone's something's happened or they're at some form of disadvantage, you go wow, I'm very lucky. Makes you feel like that you are grateful.
I guess so, but there's also situations where it's
which it is good to be grateful. Sorry, go. My bad.
There's also situations where it's you don't want to diminish the struggles that you're going through because someone else has it worse. You're going through a struggle or a challenge or something. Yes, it is good to, have that sort of grateful nature, but it's also okay to not feel like you're smashing life because you've got something better than the next person, Anyway, this was a philosophical ending, but I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.